Welcome back to our YouTube channel, guys. My name is Ardil and welcome to episode 2 of the Lamborghini Urus spectacular world's first sound system. Today we're going to be talking you through and giving you guys a bit of an update about where we're up to, talking about speaker location, what's going in, because we have some products now. They've arrived from Italy and we are raring to get going, but a lot has been done already. Let's jump into it. But before we get on to today's video, make sure you guys at home have subscribed to our YouTube channel, because we've got a massive competition live on our channel at the moment. We're giving away a brand new PlayStation 5 as well as an Audison Prima amplifier. All the details are in the description below. However, let's get on with today's video. As you guys saw in volume 1, we talked about what was actually in the car from stock and what we're actually going to be putting into the vehicle. However, if you haven't seen volume 1, make sure you go check it out. Link for it is up here. But we've got the stock tweeter here and we're actually moving away from the stock location. But the factory tweeter is staying in. Why is it staying in? Because it doesn't need to come out. Because we're using what's called the Audison SAAS tweeter going into a custom A-pillar. We're going to be having a whole video which will go through all about custom A-pillars and the advantage of actually adding them into the car, which is going to be well worth the watch. So make sure you guys at home have subscribed to the channel. But in terms of this tweeter, it doesn't need to go anywhere. The factory grille will sit back in its place. You're not going to see a thing, but it's completely disconnected because this tweeter is far, far superior than even the B&O system, Sentinel system, or this factory tweeter. Well outweighs any single one of them. But this is going to go on a custom A-pillar, moving the sound away from this stock location. The reason why we're doing that and not settling for stock location on this occasion is because the factory tweeter basically fires directly up to the glass, disperses sound waves all across the vehicle, and it's very hard to control that. Not a problem if you are and do own one of these cars looking for a stock location system. We can still do that. However, what we need to consider is different way of actually tuning the system. But if you're after an optimal sound, we always recommend doing Audison SAAS tweeters on custom A-pillars like we're going to be doing here, and it's going to look absolutely incredible. But having this tweeter on axis is going to build such a beautiful sound stage across the front end of the vehicle, mostly because of the product that it is, the Audison SAAS tweeter, but also having it on axis, moving sound waves, making it very, very directional to the interior of the vehicle. So what have we actually done in this front door? We've soundproofed the door, which we'll move on to later, but what I'll talk to you about is this product that I've got in my hand. This is called the Audison SAAS, a 6.5-inch woofer that's going to go into a stock location on the Lamborghini Urus front door. An incredible speaker here. This is our most popular speaker that we actually offer in a majority of our installs, and you would have seen it featured in people like Shmi 150s, SLS Black Series we did, as well as Wilfred Zaha's Aventador that we did as well. We use it a hell of a lot, and the reason is because it's absolutely phenomenal. In our opinion, one of the best 6.5-inch drivers you can buy on the market in the world. So we use this range a lot as an Audison SAAS front end, and that is going to be sitting into a stock location here. But as good as the product is, why and how do we actually get it installed into a vehicle and make it perform so well? I want to talk you through a couple of things here. Firstly, this is the factory connector. So we've got poor quality cable and a little plastic connector here that obviously used to plug in to the factory component. What we've actually run is connections grade cabling, and you can see the difference here between the quality. I mean, even both joined together is still thinner than our connections grain oxygen free cabling that we've got run into here. So we've got better quality cable so it can send more power to these, and you would have seen in our sound off video whenever that goes live, and that is well worth the watch, because what that actually goes through is actually showing a little bit of a sneak preview into how many watts the factory component that goes in this door can actually handle. So make sure you go check out that video, because that is going to be such a good watch. In terms of this as well, obviously this door card and this speaker might need to be removed at some point. Just like the factory component has factory connectors, we've got our own connectors using an XT60 plug, soldered connections, and this will actually go directly onto the actual component itself from a little fly lead that will come off the terminals from the actual component. What this means is that speaker is completely removable, the door card will be completely removable as well, and when Lamborghini ever need to go into the door, or anyone for that matter, needs to go into this door to service any modular parts or anything for that matter, they know exactly what to do. They understand that the connector can be unplugged, and also one really nice thing about our connectors is the fact that you can't put it in the wrong way around. So overall, cable makes a massive difference to the actual system itself, because there's no point adding this level of amplification, this level of speakers, without having decent cable to travel, make sure that signal travels through the vehicle and actually goes to the actual end component along the line. But let's head to the back doors and show you more. So inside the rear door, what are we actually mounting into this stock location? This is going to have the Audison SAAS, the same woofer that we have in the front, we're mirrored into the back here. But I want to talk you through about how we're actually mounting these components into the vehicle. This, as you can see, again, we've got the connector here with our high quality connection grade oxygen-free cabling, but we have 3 screw positions here. What are we actually doing and how are we mounting it into the door? We've actually designed and 3D printed completely in-house a 3 screw hole position adapter that will allow us to actually put in the 6.5-inch driver for the Audison SAAS. One really nice thing we've also done is put our Cambridge Car Audio detailing into the actual ring itself, and we've also sprayed these the same color as the vehicle, even though these are completely hidden away. Let us know in the comments below, guys, what do you think? Do you like the level of detail that we've gone into in terms of adding in our logo into here, as well as spraying it orange just to match the car, even though it's completely invisible? What do you guys think? Comment below. It's now time to make those horrible rattles disappear. What are we doing to do that? We're using skin soundproofing. It's a 3mm layer that you would have seen previously in the doors as well, that we've covered with our 3-layer system, doing the back of the cards, the central layer, as well as the back of the door cards, which we'll show you now, as well as the full boot area is all covered with Skins 3mm layer. What is Skins and what is it actually doing? It's reducing rattles, resonations that you're getting from factory panels, as well as the fact it's building a far better acoustic environment for any sound system to work in, especially one like this. And also you're reducing a lot of the road noise that you're getting as well, because those large expenses of metal work and large panel areas are resonating and you're losing a lot of sound waves throughout the vehicle. But obviously that road noise is coming in, which is all about to change. So what does Lamborghini think, or any manufacturer really, do to soundproof a vehicle? So we have this layer here, which is actually from manufacturer, which we will be retaining on this install. So this is more of a thermal insulation that you might find in a house, for instance, but obviously in a car. Is that really doing exactly what Skins does? Definitely not. So what this does is obviously it does reduce that road noise a little bit, obviously, because it is another layer. However, it's not actually deadening the panel at all. So behind here, what do we actually find? Now acoustically covered with our Skins 3mm layer. What it actually is, it's a bit bigger than an A4 page, and it actually gets applied and manipulated all across key areas inside a vehicle, like we've done in this door card, to actually make the door card so much more solid. But in terms of what manufacturer actually do to soundproof a vehicle, is small elements like basically this indentation into the actual plastic work and this ridged effect to try and build a more solid environment for that to work in. However, it doesn't do much. As you guys know, you lose a lot of sound when you're playing music outside of the vehicle, as well as the fact what actually happens here is that obviously sound waves are bouncing around all around inside this door card, and you're doing loss of sound, as well as the fact that road noise is coming in. What this does is got a reflective material on one side, which means the sound waves bounce off that far better, as well as the adhesive backing applied to here actually doesn't get in the way of anything from factory, but what it does is build that better environment for the system to work in and reduce all those rattles that nobody wants. As you guys would have heard in volume 1, I talked about a massive install that's going to be happening into the back of the Lamborghini Urus, and it's well underway here, guys. So I want to show you and give you guys a bit of an update about what we're up to, but there's going to be a full video designated to the custom build in the boot of this Lamborghini Urus, so make sure you guys at home have subscribed. But you might be thinking, well, why is the whole car at the back all masked up? Because we're doing something very messy in the back of this Lamborghini Urus. What this is a fiberglass resin and mold basically that we're taking from the factory panel. On one side of the Lamborghini Urus, on the left hand side, we've got lots of excess space. However, this side is a lot tighter. So what we're actually doing is taking a mold using fiberglass and basically resin to blend into the vehicle, and this is all drying at the moment. But what this has done is worked around all of the factory panel work, so it's easily removable, and this system is going to be fully reversible, guys. So we can take the system out, move it to another car, or move this entire system to another Lamborghini Urus if the customer wanted to. In terms of what we've actually done here is this mold is forming the foundation for the custom sub box. The sub will be sitting around about up here, mostly because of room and factory panels that need to be accessed behind here. So we'll have two subs slightly higher up towards the back, and then we're going to have a lot of amplification down in the center floor. We're actually going to be building a whole new floor ready for the amplification. There are going to be 4 Audison Voce amplifiers live directly in the middle in a really nice bespoke way. We've done the full designs. Myself and the team sat down originally and we spec'd and drew out the system to make sure it's going to look incredible. But honestly, I can't wait to show you guys at home the finished project on this. Just want to give you guys at home a massive shout out. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you want to see any more different content on our channel, drop us a comment below. But thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you all very soon.